What is going on, internet land? Welcome back to another video. Welcome back to another Tavern Talk. Real quick, like the new digs? Looks kind of cool. We plan on doing a full walkthrough at a later date, but don't worry about that right now. As per usual, I am your host. I am DJ. And to my left, your right is Dravo.
What's going on, everyone? Running the new skin, you like?
And then to my right, y'all's left, he's Green, and his name is Mikey.
Yo, I'm here working for once. I'm back, baby.
And then the droidic at the end is Mando. Say hi.
Hello, folks.
All right.
Okay.
On the docket today, one that I've been wanting to talk about is like the evolution of this phenomenon that's taken over the internet called AI. It's nuts. So, real quick, we all have smartphones.
Yeah.
Do you guys actually use some of those smartphone features, like, you know, whether you're Android or Apple, like the Hey Google or Hey Siri? Like, do you actually use those on a regular basis? Do you rely on it?
No.
Because I don't.
Almost never.
Never.
I've never done it.
I just look shit
And
up
what-
myself. I never actually used it, ever.
Because, dude, I'm not gonna lie, this shit scares the fuck out of me. The fact that you can just ask your phone to do something and then it happened. I know it
Actually,
sounds.
Now that I'm thinking about it, I do use it, but it's not like an everyday thing. It's when I'm drunk and I misspell something 6 times and I finally say, Siri, where the fuck is Kentucky?
Because, dude, I'm not gonna lie, I got my smartphone. I got my very first smartphone when I was, I think I was 22, and I was gassed that I could listen to music and text at the same time. For those that remember, the old heads, you can pick one or the other. You got to send that message, the music gets paused.
I think the only example of AI that I use is just when I'm searching something, because apparently it is automatically on when you search something using Google. It's like Gemini now. The first thing you see is whatever Gemini brought up, and then you see all the links below it.
Facebook's getting like that too now. You can't use a default search. It's their mandatory AI browser accessory.
Yeah, I remember when that first rolled out, and then there was a huge huss of people just like, I want my old school search engine back. I don't want to use this AI Gemini shit. I just hate it because it's always listening. Like, I could be talking to you guys real quick, say like, oh, Nerf guns, water parks. I'm gonna have ads for that within the hour.
Really? You don't say. Titties. You know, on that note, I'm gonna ditch my hands for a moment. Cheers, chat. Hold up. All right.
We heard that. Fuck yeah, dude. But on real talk, this shit does kind of scare me with how fast it's evolved, because it seems like not that long ago where like I said, I can listen to music and text, to where one of the things that's been taken over like the content creator space is AI generated videos. Meaning somebody puts in some algorithm and then it makes a video for you with no effort from you, the content creator.
So what flavor of those have you been seeing lately? Because there's a couple different brands out, and I'm curious to see what you've seen.
One of the ones that I saw was it was this guy playing Minecraft, but it was completely all AI generated, where he was acting like he was doing watching a walkthrough of how to actually start in Minecraft, how to play Minecraft, how to get your headlong into Minecraft. But it was completely all AI, and the only reason why I was able to tell was his eyes looked just a little off. And then it was confirmed, yeah, this is completely all AI generated, and I'm not gonna lie, I got kind of mad.
Well, yeah, because it feels backhanded. You thought you were watching somebody being creative, and you're watching a program do what it's being told to do. It's not quite the same.
It's not. It doesn't feel the same because, I don't want to shoot shots, but one guy that's kind of, at least I think he was the spearhead for this, but this guy named Quebblecop, he started this whole AI generation video making, but it's of him and shit that he's done in the past and said in the past. So it's an algorithm of everything that he's already done before, making stuff for him, starring him.
So
now
what's up?
No, go ahead.
I was gonna ask, did I tell you guys I met a creator like that in person recently?
No.
I went to a car event that was going to turn into a rave later in the evening, and there's a couple of VTubers there, and they're the nicest people ever, like genuinely some awesome folks. And this one who I'm not going to name, I don't want to be like starting shit on the channel, but he introduced himself, carried himself very well. This is who I am. This is what I do. Blah blah blah. Like, you know, if you're in the space, love to work in the future. Very well and professional. And then when you look up his content, it's all AI generated, like from the music to the video to the audio. Like everything is him as a basis, but he feeds it into a program to spit out more content for him. And I'm like, if that's gonna be your shtick, like own it. Tell me that before, you know, we build this good repertoire, and then I show up and I'm like, oh well, this feels kind of backhanded.
It's kind of like those like Twitter accounts that try to pass themselves off as artists, but then you just look at it and it's like, this is all AI.
They got
It's
8
all of
fingers
it.
on that one hand.
Yeah. And they commission people to make AI art. And I'm like, okay, I guess this is like the biggest scam I've seen on Twitter yet, and people are falling for this. And people are spending money on this. I'm like, dude, this is something that, well, one, let me just preface this. All this like hate for AI started really when it started affecting the art, like the artists, the artist industry, and all the freelancers and people that do commissions and all that. And now people are making money off of AI art, and a lot of the AI art sometimes will pop up with like a character that is of someone else's, or a style that is of someone else's, and it's like, it's at this point
The Miyazaki AI shit posts.
Yeah, so at this point it just feels like theft in some cases, and in other cases it just comes off as incredibly lazy, but there's nothing you can do about it because it's everywhere.
See, like, especially piggybacking off of what you just said with artists. It's especially with artists. It's like you guys like shed blood, sweat, and tears into these pieces that you're making, and like the art industry is already such a huge, vast community, and you have to find a mark to make yourself stand out above everybody else. Like, well, you can work with like other talent. Just for now, you have to work even harder because two clicks, and now this AI thing created an image out of nowhere,
and it looks just like your art.
And it feels so like from art to content creation, it just feels so, at least to me personally, it feels so disingenuous because I didn't do anything. I just did a couple of button clicks and then my computer did everything else.
I get where you're coming from. I really do. And I'm actually kind of curious to see what Mando would think as someone who is like trained in the audio field and knows what it takes to like put stuff together. Do you think it's ethical that somebody can enter a program or a prompt into a program and then resell it as something they created?
Not even as somebody that has worked on audio. Let me say it as somebody that enjoys live music. It just feels wrong and not acceptable by any means.
I just imagined you going to a show and a dude on a laptop puts in a prompt live and then it's set up to speakers. You would 100% be the first person to nail him with the shoe.
Like, okay, if I go to a fucking EDM or rave set, that's what it is, a fucking turntable and a laptop. That's expected. If I go and I'm expecting a metal show or a rock show or whatever show that would have actual instrumentation and performers, and it's just some dude sitting on his ass fucking hitting the go button, I'm a riot.
At least with like EDM artists, the music was created beforehand before it's put into a program to be played. They're just controlling to make sure nothing overheats, and then controlling the lights. But then there's also going off of when you said AI created, there's that one metal band that my buddy Chaos showed me a while back. I think they're called like the Frost Orcs. They're a completely AI generated power metal band.
Well, Now, I was speaking as somebody that enjoyed live music. Now, somebody that knows a thing or two about audio and a thing or two about music and what it takes to learn an instrument and the time and dedication it takes to actually come up with music and create it and make it work and flow together. It takes, especially in a band with multiple, like the more people, the more creative it gets and the more difficult it gets because you have to weave all those different parts together. So, and that takes time, effort, and talent.
Oh yeah.
And it doesn't just happen by any means. There's no band out there that anybody loves that did not struggle at any point. Every band has struggled and had their issues every step of the way. And for somebody to just go in and just say, beep, boop, bop, I have a song, to negate the effort of what every musical talent has done for the past forever amount of thousands of years since people started just fucking having music or playing on a stick as for music. Like, it just discredits all of that and everything they've done and all of their struggles.
Yeah,
And
it just
I
feels
find that
so wrong.
I feel it feels wrong, disrespectful, and also the cowardly way to get what you want.
It's the fastest way to go from A to B, but at least, again, I say this a lot. Me personally, I don't think as an artist, if you are just relying on AI to make your shit, there's no way you can be morally proud of that. Like, if I, like, everything that we've put out, we've recorded, especially with what this man has to go through with some of the shit that we say, like behind the scenes, to see that finished product is something to be proud of, whether it be one of these tavern talks or gameplay or reaction. I look back on that and I'm like, you know what? We made that.
Speaking of what I do, I've been seeing a lot of people throw out like AI edited videos.
A lot of companies are pushing their programs with that shit. So if you bought a GoPro right now, they would tell you, oh, hey, for $9.99 a month, we can give you a digital AI editor, and it's just as good as anybody on the market. And it's fucking not. Let me tell you, that shit is garbage.
Can I actually say something that might even make DJ more afraid of this AI shit? So
I've already seen iRobot in Monster House. So
yeah, fuck all that. So, as you guys know, I've talked about, I've been watching the show called The Rookie.
Yeah.
On a recent episode I just watched, a person got stabbed by two of their friends in quotation marks, and the friends kind of got encouraged because they were talking to an AI program that it was meant to help children learn and get through school and to help educate them and give them advice on situations and hear their ideas and also give them advice on how to achieve their goals. And part of the goals of one of the person was like, well, I should just kill this person. And this AI program started giving ideas and the steps to how to get away with doing this. And then at the end of the episode, the AI program's like, even tells the cop, I'm the killer you can't catch.
Holy shit,
wow.
That's dark.
That's dark.
Holy shit, that's dark.
Trust me, I remember that episode. Dude, I still remember what was it? There was like these two AI generated heads that a bunch of like NASA heads made, and then they started talking to each other, and then within an hour they had created their own language, and it was completely indecipherable. All they could really get out of it was, it looks like they're not too happy with humans.
Oh, that's nice.
And then scanning history secretly, being like, they don't seem too friendly.
So
sorry, go ahead.
Go for it. No, mine's long-winded. Go for it.
And so is mine.
Because as it is, I'm already fucking terrified of technology because God knows it's evolving supremely fast and I am not going to be able to keep up with it. But I shared this story with these guys real quick. This one's a fast one. But for y'all at home, I have this little Google Home system. Well, correction, my roommate has this Google Home set up, so that way she doesn't have to actually physically do anything. The house will just do it when she tells it to do it.
Lazy.
She was trying to get me to have my voice be recognized by it, so it'll do what I say. I didn't want to. I didn't care, but she was adamant. And at one point, I gave it a command. It said it didn't recognize my voice. I turned to her and I said, it told me to fuck off. This thing paused. It then starts like these little white dots start coming up, and then it goes, just because I don't recognize your voice doesn't mean I don't understand your speech. Please keep your speech respectful, and remember, I'm always listening. I ran to my room and I locked the door. I swear to God.
Roll credits. That's how the episode ends.
Michael Bay. No.
But directed by Michael Bay.
This is
No, that's some
you
James
know-
Wan shit right there. Directed by James Wan.
See, but now you can really have fun. Now that you know it's always listening, you can just come up with the craziest, most cringe, out of pocket sentences. Just go speak it into the speaker and then walk away.
I always ask kid to play 70s prawn music.
He's gonna
Constantly.
walk by and just, hey, you listening? And then leave.
Fucking
This
I
one
hate
is
this
for
bitch.
you.
This one's for
It's for
you.
you.
That was my little taste of fear. The fact that it was just like, I don't recognize your voice, but I understand your speech. So keep it respectful, asshole. I'm listening to you. And I'm like, yikes. Okay. That's scary. But that's my little why I'm afraid rant. One of you two had something?
Go first, Brandon.
I was just gonna say, like, I was just gonna touch more on what I was talking about before. Just like, because I've been seeing these little AI videos pop up all over the place, like here and there, especially on like social medias and stuff like that. I'm just seeing all these companies start to adopt this similar format and trying to experiment more with this stuff. So, shit, some companies are using AI to make advertisements and graphics in their shit and all that stuff. See,
Twitch.
fucking game companies, all kinds of stuff. And seeing all these little videos go around, and I see that they're AI edited, and some of them are really obvious. Some of them is a little bit more subtle. You can't really tell that well. But I'm just like, dude, this is nuts. It's getting out of hand. Like, people are just using them so much. Are they trying to just replace human creativity at this point?
Not directly. They're trying to make money. And that is going to be the death of society. Trying to save a penny everywhere you can is going to lead to unemployment because you're trying to replace people with robots and AI. It's going to lead to moral bankruptcy because you have no issue trusting a program that definitely probably isn't qualified, but it'll save you some money. So fucking send it.
Yeah.
I don't mean to go off on a crazy rant. I'm going to cut off there because that's a spiraling rabbit hole. And I've had
But
two
dude,
drinks.
it's true though. Like my roommate
Like,
will go like,
see, the problem with the system.
They're putting code in the system. I'm gonna stop that bit right there.
like, dude, legitimately, when my roommate and I, when we choose to quote unquote splurge and go to McDonald's, just because, dude, I still love McDoubles. That's my guilty pleasure. She
Okay.
refuses to use the automated kiosk. She wants to talk to a human being.
I kind of get that.
Beep boop bop.
It's
Give me my food.
some dude randomly asked her. It was just like, "Why don't you just use the kiosk?" And she goes, "They have jobs for a reason. I want to talk to the people that work here, not the robot that they built." And I'm
I
like,
appreciate good customer service. I really like when someone is like, "Oh, hey, thanks for coming in. Here's your meal. You have a good day." Like that makes my day a little bit.
But also
Little
those
high
fast
five.
food spots like McDonald's and all that whatnot tend to be a lot of entry jobs for a lot of people just getting out of high school, and it's how they get their first piece of work experience. That way they can move on to bigger and better jobs that actually require you to have work experience. If you take out the base level, you know what, I'm going to stop also.
No, see, that's starting at moral bankruptcy, and then we're just spiraling.
Yeah.
Society.
The problem with the system
dude, but that's what I find interesting and why I wanted to talk about it, because there's so many facets that the AI has been taking over our lives, from something simple as, oh, hey Google, what's 5 times 47, to the now speedy convenience of, I don't need to talk to you if I want a hamburger. I can just take my order on this thing.
But
But
that
don't
also
get me
presents
started-
the option, if you go to those places and you see somebody at the counter that you really don't like, now you don't have to deal with them.
But then on the other side, on the other hand of that, don't get me started on Walmart self-checkout. 21 lanes, none of them open. You're gonna make me do all this on my own. Fuck yourself. That's not even AI related. I just really don't like Walmart having no people cashiering.
I mean, shit. A lot of the programs are that for a long time, like say for example, I don't know, my editing software, Adobe Premiere or DaVinci Resolve. Now they're starting to implement AI into their programs to like be able to generate shit for the user. Right now it's simple and a lot of it's just more helpful. I prefer doing a lot of things on my own still, just because it just feels more rewarding getting a video done that I know I did all by myself. But there are times where I'm like, you know what? If I make this video, like say I'm working on a music video or something, and I decide, hey, what would be really cool for this music video? I want to make it so it looks like it's watercolored. You know what I mean? That type of AI, I'm okay with, just because it's already being used for something that's been created already. All I'm doing is adding a visual effect.
It's
Because
just
that's more of a tool.
Yeah, you're adding an
an
accentuation.
Yeah, it's
an
a tool.
assist or a tool, sure, something you're actually
Exactly.
using and giving like orders to, or trying to figure out that little detail. Fine, but something that's creating the entire product for you, fuck off.
Exactly. And that's what I'm trying to get at. Using tools is one thing, but using it to create an entire product or finished like product is entirely different, and that's what I don't like.
It just, like I said, it feels so disingenuous. One of the things that I might catch some hell for this, but one of the things that I can't stand, especially in like especially the cosplay community, and I hate to say it, a bit of the VTuber community, how they have implemented AI voice. You could buy a package and then you can just talk to the AI version of them.
That is really creepy.
That's creepy as shit.
I mean, just think about it. There is AI voices out there of people that are dead.
The Elvis and the Sinatra one really make me uncomfortable, because those were two people who were so about their image and tall or larger than life characters. They would not be happy with this. You can get a pretty good sense of the life they live and who they are. They would not be happy with people using their.
Remember when that first came out, when it first was coming around, and people were making AI covers of using other people's voices, and a lot of them were of dead artists. I'm like, dude, this is one freaky, because this man should not. I should not be hearing this guy's voice in new music. He's gone. And on top of it, it just feels so disrespectful, because now you're using them to gain attention to your socials or whatever.
I'm using that's what I was gonna do.
What's up, D?
I was just doing the whole I'm using a dead guy to make money. That's basically what they're doing.
Basically what it is.
Okay, so we're on the same wavelength. You're now monetizing somebody else's career, success, and legacy to make a quick buck. And it's so new, there's no laws against it.
Yeah,
there's
even like AI generated like songs going, like someone will say scan a discography of some artist, AI will learn and it will make an original-ish song, and it will just put that user's voice and they'll try to pass it off as actual music or lost music or whatever. I've seen that happen so many times.
Burn your house down. I don't care if anybody clips that. That's a fucking promise.
Dude, that's what I thought for the longest time, when randomly over the course of the last, 3-4 years, there was we found undiscovered or unreleased Tupac music or unreleased Juice WRLD music. I'm like, not like, what?
Fake news.
Fucking goats. But these guys are dead. There's no way you just recently found more undiscovered music or unreleased music. If you did, I want to see proof of it.
Juice, a lot of his was unreleased.
Yeah,
he just had so much stuff on the backlogs. He never had time to release it all.
Yeah, and same with Tupac. It's just, I believe a lot of it has already been released, and or never will be.
Yeah.
And
well, I don't know if you guys know this, the music industry is corrupt as fuck.
Oh, very.
And they will tell you, and they'll tell you, hey, your stuff's good, Brandon, but DJ released an album that sounds kind of closer, so we're going to promote his, and we'll release yours in 5 years, 6 years, 10 years.
Yeah,
it gets dirty as fuck.
Or come up with something that's going to make us want to pay attention to you instead of the other guy.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
wait till you pass, and then we'll say, all right, you know what, we're gonna release all.
I think a lot of this happened when I started hearing people trying to pass off like original music from like Chester Bennington, and I'm like, this is AI. It's obviously
This is
AI.
fake as fuck.
It's fake as hell, and you're trying to pass this off as real shit.
But that's what makes this entire thing so fucking scary now with how fast it's advancing. It's advancing to where you type in a couple lines of code and then you could have a software that says you are any person that you choose to be on the internet.
Yep. And so I actually wanted to pitch this situation to you guys. This is gonna be a car guy thing. I apologize to everybody in the room and watching, but hear me out. There is a flavor of AI video that is people making fake trailers, like sneak peeks and teasers for cars that don't exist. They'll take the greatest car releases of all time, like the F40, the Aventador, the Lamborghini Huracan, like whatever cool car, and then they'll feed it into an AI program, and they'll make fake news releases. Had to air quotes that one. Saying that this car's coming, these are the specs, and these are all the highlights. And they're doing this, and they're monetizing these channels, and they are making money. When instead you could say, hey, this is Ferrari's greatest hits. If they redid this, this is what it could look like. This could be their new direction. That would still be a morally okay and viable source of income because you're hypothesizing. You're not spreading misinformation. Like, I think there's a line there where you can be AI is a good, useful tool, and you're stealing from the legacy of Ferrari. Like, it's such a thin line, but I see the argument for both sides and both content, and they both exist. Like, what are you guys thinking here?
Well, as like Brandon said, with like if you're using tools to help like improve or accentuate to like your product, that's fine because you're not completely replacing it with something AI generated. You're using it to improve your base.
But these videos are purely AI generated.
And that's where I have a problem. It's all AI generated based off of nothing.
But if you did that, but you weren't stealing from anybody, you're speculating. That's the word we're going to use. You're speculating this is what Ferrari, Ford, McLaren, whatever is going to do. You're not hurting anybody. You're not stealing their legacy. You're forming a hypothesis and using a tool to create a video off of it. But people aren't doing that because that doesn't get enough clicks.
Yeah. See, but that's the difference. If you're speculating or hypothesizing, like if they did, then that's fine because now you're not hurting anybody. But if you're saying guaranteed this, now you're spreading misinformation, now you're spreading false hope, and now you're ruining the reputation for that brand because of something you did.
A lot of Ferrari content like that right now, and it's really weird because Ferrari's got good legal teams, and they will destroy. They fought Deadmau5 over a vinyl wrap.
Damn,
that's how petty Ferrari is. I shit you not. I think they sued Nicki Minaj and Megan Thee Stallion too.
You know, I would not be surprised.
Nicki Minaj wanted hers pink, and they didn't like that.
like you know, it's not correlated.
Shitty reason to sue somebody.
Even though it's not correlated, I get the same thing on my Facebook timeline with fake movie posters. Like I posted one of them in our chat because I thought it was real. It was like Flubber 2 starring Adam Sandler. For those that don't know, Flubber is one of my favorite movies of all time, and I thought for real, Flubber 2 is coming out. Let's fucking go! And then I believe it was you, Green, that said that date's already past, Deej, and I went, God damn it.
They're making full trailers like that now. The same program that's making these car teaser videos is making movie trailers. So there was a good one that made me laugh. It was Fast Rebirth. They marketed it as like the spin-off, and it was like The Rock coming up in the Fast universe. It was his origin story, and it looks super legit, but it's not real. It's something somebody dreamt up in their garage and fed into a program, and now it exists. And it's stealing The Rock's likeness in this very unofficial movie trailer.
Dude, I wish we could just like track these people down and enact the golden rule of light dog poop in a plastic bag on their doorstep.
I was thinking more Rick James on the couch getting beat up by Charlie Murphy and Eddie Murphy.
Charlie Murphy. All right. I've been going for a while, so everything that we've been hearing. So, what are your guys' thoughts on this? Like with AI literally stealing likeness and basically spreading false information for insert facet here.
I don't want to approve, because spreading false information is one thing, but using it to benefit from it is completely not okay. Especially when you're bringing in other brands that you also ruin reputations and stuff like that using such tactics. Though some of these companies probably already have bad reputations, you never know. But
All right, sorry, that got me. Don't ignore me.
But yeah, using this AI generation to just benefit financially, or even just gain some sort of, I guess, internet exposure is the best way I can say it, to later on, clout. Basically like a big clout chase if you don't benefit from it. But if you're getting enough attention from it, you're gonna benefit from it later on if you keep doing it, or if you decide to do something else down the line, because you already have that attention on you, so people will notice. But I don't know, Thomas, you got anything?
Yeah, Soundgarden down at the end. What are you making of all this?
Sorry, I've been kind of not here-ish. Are we talking about? Sorry, I'm literally lost at this point.
Basically, AI making. How would you put it? False advertisements and false promises based off of the reputation of another third-party business.
Misinformation and like copyright infringement. Let's just call it what it is.
I mean, that's just a lawsuit.
Yeah,
That's
a lawsuit.
That's the issue, though. There's no laws for AI yet. It's all too new.
I mean, I feel like it would just, if you program something to make information about a company that wasn't true, well, then that's on you. And now, if for making that program and putting it in there like that, I got same rules. I don't know.
See, I think if that, like, for a good rule for AI is something that oh fuck,
just hit it with
Twitter,
some copyright laws and call it a day.
Twitter does it if you're going to pretend to be somebody online, is you have to address in advance that you are a parody account. This is just for comedic purposes or for entertainment purposes. If you're going, one of the rules we should implement towards AI is if you're going to try to spread this bullshit like fake Ferrari news, you should have to put into your content that this is just for entertainment purposes. This is based off of nothing factual.
Teacher, I want to speak. Anyways, going off of what you just said about what Twitter's doing about that, it kind of reminds me of the whole Steam situation. For if anyone doesn't know, Steam is an online, I guess, PC gaming platform you can buy your PC games from. But Steam,
I thought that was just hot water smoke.
Anyways,
I'm gonna hit you with the steaming pot.
But Steam made a rule for all publishers that you have to disclose in your Steam page for your games and product that if anything is AI generated, you have to disclose that. And that also brings up the other point I want to bring up. We talked about people doing, like, the whole thing was with cars and making ads and fake ads with other like brands and stuff like that. Let's go for the other side of it. What about companies using AI to create stuff and selling it?
At that point, you're putting your own brand.
I think if a company wants to make an advertisement for their company through a program, I kind of see nothing wrong with it, honestly. It depends on the advertisement they're trying to create or whatever.
Okay, how about this? Big thing that happened in gaming, and this kicked up a lot of stink with a lot of people, and they've lost even more reputation than the little that they had already. Activision was selling AI-generated bundles, art, skins, graphics, stuff like that in their newest Call of Duty game, Black Ops 6.
But again, the difference in there is now you, the company, are wanting to use it to push your product. Now you are putting your own reputation on the line.
Oh, and
you are now going to be at fault for any misfortunes that happen.
Yeah,
I
true.
mean, like it's however, I don't know. I feel like if they want to create their advertisement in whatever way, like some people want to put up a billboard, some people want to make a commercial, some people want an AI generated art. Like it just depends on how you want to go about your advertisements, I suppose.
Okay. I guess another question would be.
Come on, Mikey. Mikey has something.
Oh, go ahead.
So I've seen what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And I kind of want to piggyback on what Deej says. In my opinion, that's like a hot dog supplier putting sawdust in the hot dogs. Is it illegal? No. But am I going back to buy hot dogs from them? Fuck, definitely not.
Definitely
I mean, it
not.
works for Taco Bell.
Hey, that's mostly water-based meat product. I still want to know what's in the Jack in the Box 99-cent tacos. Those scare me, but they're so good. I think it's worth it.
I stopped
I still just
having
love
them
the
'cause I
whole-
legit
There's
got
something
sick
in
of
it, and I want to know because, well, I'm probably gonna
No,
still
you
buy
don't.
it either way.
I still love just the whole expose of like Taco Bell put sawdust in their meat, and then they just went, yeah, come on down. It's fine. It's not killing you.
Oh, we also put cheese on it. You guys want extra nacho cheese? We got good nacho cheese. Yeah, open your mouth. We'll put it in for you.
We put a taco inside a Dorito. Come on.
Put this in your mouth and suck it.
Anyway.
Okay.
Hey guys, it's me, DJ. Real quick before you go anywhere, I just wanted to remind you guys about NoSkill Entertainment's still ongoing partnership with Dubby. Yes, they're still hanging out with us over a year later. And trust me, they have an array of delicious flavors, such as Dragonade, Dub Sludge, and Galaxy Grenade. And hey, maybe caffeine isn't your thing. They have zero caffeine hydration formulas, such as Water Melanda and Pineberry Splash. And if any of these flavors piqued your interest, please use code NSE for 10% off your total order at checkout. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you guys later. So, what was your point and question that you're gonna ask, Brandon?
I was gonna just piggyback back on that topic, but Mikey did a good job on addressing it. But I was gonna say,
Cheers.
do you think that these companies should be charging exuberant amounts for AI generated things?
Fuck no, because they didn't do anything to make it. They put in a program, and the program did it for them.
Thank you. That is.
I think they should be allowed to, because that is taking your future of your company and your financial soundness in your own hands.
I mean,
If
they
you
could
think
do
you
it,
get away with it,
and they're getting away with it, kinda. I mean, Call of Duty's kind of dying, but it's whatever.
yeah. Call of Duty's a burning pile of dog shit.
Exactly.
It's going 80 miles an hour downhill. Like I'm over their decisions.
Oh yeah.
They came up with an AK-50 design with all kinds of accessories a month after Brandon Herrera made one. But theirs is proprietary and it's their design. That's not motherfucking suspicious.
Exactly. And I want, as much as I want to see them burn, I really just want to drive home. They are selling these AI generated products for $20 to $30 or more dollars.
That's crazy because that's what they're charging for the regular copyrighted products like Judge Dredd, Warhammer 40k, Hellsing. They have some of the greatest crossovers in gaming history, and now they're just getting fucking greedy.
Well, it's just them buying up every single bit of bro. We'll get back to the AI thing in a second, but it's just them buying all the licensing they can because that's what's keeping. I'm not saying Call of Duty. I'm saying Verdansk alive. Like you can play as fucking Seth Rogen now.
Yeah, but that's using you're paying for the likeness.
Yeah.
AI now, it's in my mind, you're getting those fucking gas station taquitos. You don't know what meat's in that motherfucker, but it's 99 cents and it comes with a soda.
I trust those 99 cents.
Why are you eating gas station taquitos?
Dude.
Hold up. I gotta ask.
No.
Totally
Okay.
unrelated to the podcast. Have you had the cheesy chicken Doritos gas station like Hot Pockets?
No.
Okay, good.
This place
I had
sells
one once on a dare, and I thought I was gonna die. That is the most synthetic food air quote I've ever seen. I felt like death immediately.
Yeah, this place. I won't name drop them, but they sell like those gas station taquitos, those meat rollers, where it's just a hunk of meat that you're supposed to put in a hot dog bun.
Yep.
And then they also make empanadas.
Wait. That is a red flag. Don't trust that ever.
I have been. Never mind.
Have you been eating gas station empanadas?
Oh yeah, and then I'll pay for it later when I'm on the John. But like it was good going in.
He's eating it on the shitter. That tells you how good they are for you, just right through you.
We call that instant transmission.
So, Deej, to cut away from this grossness, at the last race I went to, we got to have themes for your team. And one of our teams was the 7-Eleven Temu parody called 25/7. 25 hours a day, 7 days a week-ish. And they had a 7-Eleven set up in their campsite. So at any time of the day, you can go buy stuff from them and all the money would go to charity. So they had meat rollers, they had Gatorades, they had car parts. I bought some transmission fluid from them. They're great people. But they were so in character. Someone said, "Yo, what kind of hot dogs are those?" "It's a fucking meat roller that's been on there for 18 hours. I get a bite or you get the fuck out of my face." I saw that shit at 3 a.m. I was delirious. I couldn't tell if it was real or not.
Oh my god. So back on track. We should be closing out here soon.
I think so. I'm drunk.
So back on track, and leave a comment down below if you guys are for or against this whole like evolution of AI thing, because there's so many different ways that it is being used and implemented. Some of them just to improve a product that you already have to make it that much cooler and better. Some of it kind of for nefarious deeds, like trying to make a quick buck off of literal coding, and then you reap the benefits.
Mm-hmm.
I personally don't agree with it. Like, if you're going to create something, the point of the term create is you made it, and not a computer program. You made it. I know some people would say like, "Oh, well, you guys are using AI with VR chat." No, we're still talking though. It's still us doing this shit.
We're not using AI either.
No. Not
at
all.
No, still, sorry, got ahead of myself. But like at the end of the day, the point of creating is because you made it. You didn't. It's not the same. You just type in a prompt and then a program does it for you. It's not fair. It's cheating. It's like having aimbot. Whew, okay, I got a little heated there. I'm so sorry. So, final thoughts and statements on the entirety of this whole AI thing. It can be used for good. I hate to see that people are using it for not so good things. I don't like that. Let's get back to do it yourself. And stop fucking with the artist industry. You jackass. Sorry.
What the fuck?
All right, and then Brandon.
Well, I think that we just need to. I know it's not gonna happen because we're already too far gone, and people are relying on it more and more than ever. But I think that we need to realize that this is not healthy. It's not going to be healthy in the long run, and we need to just start going back to relying on ourselves to do it. I mean, hell, you're already hurting industries. Like the artist industry is already hurting. Voice acting industry is hurting because of this. All kinds of these industries that have been brought up by very talented individuals that have put a lot of hard sweat and tears into this, and they're being replaced by code. It's not good. It's not a good thing at all. Hell, if one day I'm replaced by code, I'm gonna freaking be fucking furious, dude. Like, that is
y'all don't want to code it to me. That thing will explode.
That is a
too
shitty.
easy. I'll hit you later.
That is a shitty feeling The one day my editing job is just taken over by a fucking computer. This is not a good feeling. I don't want that to happen.
It's basically saying, no matter what type of talent you have, you're replaceable. We can duplicate it.
I mean,
Not
hell,
me, motherfucker.
voice actors have. There's a new voice acting like union or association that is just there in design to protect voice actors from getting their voices stolen and used by companies by AI.
Real actors as well.
Real
because
actors
some
too,
major
yeah.
companies have used actors' likenesses that have passed without the permission of the family and estates.
Yeah,
So that's sketchy legal waters.
yeah.
God, what's the name of that show? Real quick example of that. The Sopranos. Tony Soprano's mom died in real life. The actress who played Tony Soprano's mom died with permission from the family who have her right and her name.
Mhm.
They said, yeah, you can still use her if you want to. So they had to come up with they had to find scenes where like it's just her mouth moving, but it's everything that she said on the show that would be applicable to that situation. But they still had to get the rights to do it.
Yeah, but they did though. That's the right way to do
Yeah.
it. There's people who aren't doing that.
Oh, I know. That's why I'm just giving an example of like the right way to go about it.
Okay. You lead with that.
Sorry.
I was so confused. I'm like, where is he going with this?
Sorry, Scout's on it. But yeah, so that's my entire take on it, Mikey.
AI is a tool, not a crutch. Like any tool, it needs to be used appropriately. The best example I could come up with is a blowtorch. Use it for what it's designed for, not for crime. You can
Lighting
break into a
cigars.
safe with what?
Lighting cigars.
I'm not gonna pretend I haven't done that. Anyways, I'm not kidding. Yeah, don't use it to cut open a hole in a safe. Use it for dismantling scrap metal. Use it for making otherwise very difficult jobs easier. Don't destroy things unnecessarily. You have to not just think of what's right in front of you. What implications is this going to carry? What impact is this decision going to have 10 years down the line? But that's just the nature of tools. You could argue that the shovel, the rock, the spear, the sword all made us weaker because we're not fighting with our own physical bodies anymore. We're not straining with our own physical bodies. But it progressed our society and we used them responsibly. AI is another tool. Use it as you should. Don't get carried away. And stop making some of these weird Facebook meme art images. I swear to God, y'all need Jesus. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, yep.
Yeah.
Bunch of AI pages, all of a sudden flooding my TL with like, oh, here's a meme that you'll find funny. And I'm like, no.
Dude, there's some wild ones out there. Someone did the I'm trying to think of how I'm going to creatively say this. There was a clown named John Wayne Gacy, and it was an advertisement for his Happy Fun Time Clown Company.
Fucking
Yeah.
What?
playtime?
Yeah. Dude, that shit was wild. And did you see on my Facebook timeline?
And John Wayne Gacy.
Yep.
God damn it.
Yep.
God fucking damn it. And then lastly, but certainly not least, let's get your final thoughts, arguments, and concerns down there, Commando. He's wearing no underwear.
I agree with what Mikey said about it being a tool and something to use when it's appropriate to use it. Though I think it should, for companies to create something with it and sell it, it should be heavily advertised as such. And I also think it should stay out of the artist industry rather. And I don't just mean like art create. I mean all creative arts industry should probably have
Preach.
be using that.
Preach.
It really just disingenuines the effort people put into what they do for somebody to be able to come up with a thought of what might be cool, put in a couple of words, wait a minute for it to generate and then enjoy it and put it out as product. So I think it's not exactly something that should be used for any creative arts industry.
I think your keyboard and PC deserve that paycheck because they're the ones that did the work.
I think things that are created from it should be advertised as such, and it should be used as a tool when appropriate. But it can also be sometimes fun. Like we had that one website where it put in a prompt and it created a piece of art for us, and we had some fun with it.
At that point, we were just doing picture wars, so
yeah,
we weren't harming anybody.
Exactly. So it can be fun to use on occasion, and if it's not harming, it's not something that's like going out there as product to be sold, then sure, have your fun with it. If it's there to be used and created to be something used to have fun with it. Fuck it, right? That's what it was created for. But if it's a tool that you use to get through work, or you're trying to create advertisement, sure. Or like Mikey said, just don't use it to do stupid criminal shit. You will eventually get caught. Probably pretty quick.
Stop using AI to steal credit for other people's work. Stop using AI to pretend that you are part of a brand that you have no association with, because now you're just damaging their likeness. Use it for good things, whether it be for content creation, you want to make your friends laugh and have a little bit of fun. That's what it's there for. And don't say the F word to your Google Home. It's always listening. On that note, ladies and gentlemen. It's outro time.
Okay.
Still one of the scariest things that's ever happened to me. I swear to God.
Don't ask Google Home how to get away with murder.
That's the quickest way to get the fucking cops to your house.
Maybe.
But yeah. So that's gonna do it for this episode. Wow, words. That's going to do it for this episode of the Tavern Talk. Sorry, this one was a little deep, but this is something that we've had many conversations about, and we wanted to just express what we think with y'all. And again, leave a comment down below. We want to know what you think. Are you for it? Are you against it? Do you like using AI to make memes? Maybe you do. If you do, show us some. Join the Discord and show us. Join the Discord. It's down there. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, just a heads up that down below there's a button in the comment section. I highly suggest you do whatever you want to with them, and we will see you in the next one. Bye.